Election season is here. We are getting closer to November, and soon everyone will be heading to the polls. Here to get you ready for the Montgomery County Election Center is Alexandria Stevens and Brenda Daly. Ladies, thank y'all so much for joining us here on Alabama Live.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
We know November is a presidential election. That's a really big deal.
Yes.
What does that mean for voters here in our area, and what do they need to do to prepare?
Well, the presidential is coming up on November the 5th. We do want voters to know that the polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. that day, and Brenda's going to speak later about what they need to do to make sure they are registered and on the voter rolls.
Brenda, we have a big military community. We have a lot of people who may have moved here over the summertime. We have a lot of people who may have moved locations, maybe moved to a different house. What do they need to do to make sure that they are heading to the right location, that they're registered to vote, that they have everything in order?
If they are registered to vote, they can go online at Alabama Votes and they can update their address. They can call the Board of Registrars and we can give them information on how to update their address. We have to have the new address to make sure that they're in the right precinct. If you're not registered, you can go online and register to vote. Come into our office, pick up a form at one of the libraries, universities, or colleges, or we have kiosks there. But you have to make sure we have the correct address.
It can be stressful, especially for our younger voters, maybe the people who just turned 18. What can they expect? What is the process like if you've never voted here in our area?
Well, we welcome first-time voters. We're excited for first-time voters. We hope they are excited as well. Just for all voters, you know, they need to make sure, like Brenda stated, that their address is correct. And for those that are away at college, if they're registered in Montgomery County, they can vote via absentee.
How does that process work, the absentee process?
They would need to contact the absentee office, which the circuit clerk is over absentee. That's the absentee election manager. They can call their office or they can go online to our website, which is montgomeryvotesal.gov, download an application and mail it in.
Brenda, we are getting very close to November. We're officially in September. What are some deadlines people need to know about?
The deadline to register to vote is October the 21st. So you need to do that, get your registration in. It has to be postmarked or online by that day. Also, if you renew your driver's license, they should ask you if you want to register to vote. If you say yes, your information is sent to us and we actually put you in as a registered voter and send you a card. So, and if you have an ID, take that to the poll. If you do not, come to our office and we will give you a voter ID.
She mentioned bringing that ID to the polls when you go vote on Election Day. What are some things you need to bring? What are some things you need to avoid doing when you get in there?
Well, you definitely need to have a valid photo ID. That's required by Alabama law. We also encourage voters to know where their precincts are before they go. So we do a campaign called Know Before You Go. So voters can actually contact the Board of Registrars to find out where their voting location is, or they can go online to our website again, put their information in, and it will show them where their polling location is. And there have been a couple of changes since the last election, so we encourage everyone to look up their voting location.
We love our phones. Young people love their phones especially. Are there any rules involving cell phones when you go to vote?
No videoing or photography while in the precinct. Voters can take a picture of their own ballot, but they can't take a picture of anything else.
Okay, so try to avoid using the phone is what it sounds like when you're,
Right.
at least when you're in the process of
Yes,
voting.
yes.
But you know, people love taking those selfies and those pictures when they get the I voted stickers. So that's okay. That's okay to do once it's over.
Yeah, wait till you get outside.
Yeah. Wait till you get outside or get in the car. Brenda, anything else you want people to know? Give them that website or that phone number where they can go if they need to make any changes.
Well, just a couple of things. When you do have all your information and they turn the pad around at the polls, look at everything. Make sure that person on the poll is you and not anybody else. And if you do have a driver's license, make sure it's not expired. If you leave your driver's license at home, you can vote provisionally, and if you bring it into our office before Friday, the end of the week, it can count. So the Board of Registrars, 832-1215. Call us. We can answer any questions and solve your issues so that you will vote that day.
I'm sure you get a lot of people who don't even realize their licenses are expired until close to
Yes.
close to election day. So now is a good time to check and make sure all your documents are in order. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us here on Alabama Live. We appreciate it.
Again, thank you for having